How's it going, everybody? So if you haven't heard the news, Michael Keaton is apparently going to be continuing as Batman in the following DC Universe films. Now, if you weren't aware before, Michael Keaton was already set to return in the new Flash movie, where it's going to be like a Flashpoint universe type storyline, also including Ben Affleck in that movie. Now, that idea itself was a crazy concept that a lot of fans were excited for, and a lot of people had hopes that this would mean Ben Affleck would perhaps be continuing to be Batman, or at least present Ben Affleck with the opportunity to make a solo film like they had originally planned. But it doesn't really look like that's what's happening.
No! What does that mean? How can this...
The DC Films president was actually interviewed a while back saying that there would be two different iterations of Batman going forward, but at that point it wasn't necessarily clear. A lot of people were still hoping that Ben Affleck would be the Batman to continue going alongside Robert Pattinson's Batman in 2021. But when someone asked who was the second Batman they were referring to, the New York Times interviewer who interviewed the DC Films president, he actually said Keaton. So it really does look like Michael Keaton's Batman is going to be the one continuing in the DCEU. Now that raises a lot of questions about what happens in the Flashpoint movie if we're going to get both Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton. Well, obviously Ben Affleck is probably not going to make it out. Maybe this is going to be their opportunity to give Ben Affleck's Batman a proper send-off, because he obviously wasn't even going to come back for this movie. This is honestly just a really lucky time to be able to have him be Batman at least one more time. And it does make more sense. Ben Affleck has been a little bit tired of being Batman in these blockbuster movies, whereas Michael Keaton has been out of the game for a while, and I'm sure he would be more than ready to come back in multiple outings as Bruce Wayne Batman. I've seen a lot of people speculate on this new version of Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne not being that much of a physical presence, more of a Nick Fury type character where he's pulling the strings and bringing everyone together. I can see that happening and being much more of a realistic thing, because Michael Keaton's getting up there in age, and I don't think it would be that realistic to see him like flipping around and kicking butt, which would still be awesome to see. A lot of people already expected that Michael Keaton would return, but this is kind of the confirmation that Ben Affleck isn't going to be coming back as Batman, because they've already said the Batman that they're focusing on is going to be Keaton's, not Affleck's, which kind of sucks if you're a Ben Affleck Batman fan, because honestly, personally, I really liked his version of Batman, and I feel like he didn't really get the proper opportunities to explore his version of Bruce Wayne. He only got to play Batman twice, and in Batman v Superman, he was actually a really good Batman, and then Justice League was a so-so movie, so it kind of brought everyone down in that movie. So I'm glad they're actually going to be able to bring him back in the Flashpoint movie, just to give him a proper send-off. And I'm really excited to see what they do with Michael Keaton's Batman, how they incorporate him, and almost how they switch places, because obviously one's much older than the other. So if they're gonna somehow switch places in the Flashpoint movie, how does that play out? There's a lot of stuff to figure out, but it's going to be really cool if they actually are able to execute this and have it make sense, because it's very easy to get very complicated and confusing and just not work with the general audiences. But I mean, who's to say? Only time will tell. But yeah, as of right now, Michael Keaton's looking like he's going to be the other Batman that they're going to be focusing on. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Let me know who your favorite Batman is in the comments below, and if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's enough out of me, and I'll see you next time.